concepts of good and evil. If I tell you that I have a good washing machine, you know a lot about my washing machine. You know that it's efficient, it washes clothes, gets them very clean, perhaps that it uses not very much electricity in doing so, a whole lot of things. Now suppose I tell you that I have a bad washing machine. Well, I haven't told you very much about my washing machine at all. You don't know whether it's full of glue, or tears the clothes, or covers them in oil, or simply takes them in interminable length of time, as most washing machines seem to do. The point is, there's a kind of coherence to the notion of good, in that there isn't to the notion of evil, or badness. Oh, another indicative argument that shows the same thing is that another indicative argument that shows the same thing is that two good people can always collaborate. People who are really acting for the good in a situation can always collaborate, but people who are bad, evil, notoriously may well be enemies as well as friends.
I've got a slide I'm going to get into that.
No, that's
my slide's up here and it's relevant to
all right, let me explain what I take this to mean.
Right. This is a claim.
I take the theory of evolution by natural selection to be the following. That we can explain the existence of the species on Earth by two very simple principles. A principle of variation in population, and a principle that some variations do better than others, both in survival and in reproduction. So, the species that survive better and have more children tend to pass on their characteristics to those children, and a gene comes to predominate in the population. And
isn't that what Dawkins means with his selfish metaphor?
Well, Dawkins is totally unclear that this really is a metaphor. What I was pointing out is that you can't believe that we are lumbering robots and simultaneously believe that we should get to know what our genes are up to so that we can thwart them. Either you believe in free will or you don't. This is a formal contradiction.
No, that's not right. No, that's not right. That's where this picture comes into here, and it's tied in with what you're saying about good and evil. This is a clay showing the primates, the monkey, the gibbon, the orangutan, the gorilla, the chimp, and the human. They all have a common ancestor some 300 or 400 million years ago, and that's what these black lines denote, the branching of the species. Do you accept that as a principle?
Yes.
You accept that before humans developed the symbolic ability and language, they had no concept of genetics or evolution.
Well, but before they developed language, I would say they weren't formally humans, but yes, they were humanoid at least.
So you accept the principle that humans and all these other animals had a common ancestor some millions of years ago. Now, during those millions of years, the process that led to the successful ones at the end was carnage. It was dog eat dog. It was selfishness. It was evil. It was the
except that it wasn't. What we're doing in that is importing a whole bunch of moral concepts which only apply once you've got a language into a pre-moral world. But when the lion eats the antelope, it's not acting badly, it's just hungry, right? There's no morality for lions. There's morality for linguistic beings. So to import a kind of cruelty or savagery or any moral concept into a pre-moral world is philosophically silly. And that's the kind of philosophical silliness that I was convicting Dawkins of.
It's not philosophically silly, it's just a question of agreeing what we mean by the words. What you're saying is you accept that there was all that carnage.
Of course there was.
You
well,
accept,
not carnage, but
you accept
some animals ate other animals. What's that carnage?
You accept that if an animal is more cunning, or it's faster, or it's got bigger teeth and so on, then it will have survival value and it will pass those characteristics on to the people. That's what Dawkins means by the selfishness of the genes.
That's not the point at which I disagree with Dawkins. The point at which I disagree with him is that he thinks our genes make us robots, so he denies free will, and then later on he says...
You just agreed with that. You've agreed that there was a pre-moral world, and that morality and non-lumbering of robots only appeared after man's symbolic capabilities and language appeared.
Yes, but that precisely means that we're not lumbering robots. That precisely means that we're not simply made by our genes. The pre-moral creatures, pre-linguistic creatures were made by their genes, simply speaking, and still are. But once you've got language, once you've got culture, you've got a whole other story. This is not religious, a religious objection, this is a purely philosophical objection. Because I don't think we should leave the thing between the two of us. Let's have a
if you two would like to stay where you are, while we've got you there. So, hopefully somebody has got a few questions. Go for the lady in red.
Can we extend the light till midnight? I just don't know where to start.